If it's a commercial print,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at what they've done in the past. You know, what does their campaign look like? Are they smiling in their campaigns, or is
Mm-hmm.
it like all serious? I worked with Adidas and they were like absolutely no smiles.
Hi, I'm Alex DeLerma, and this is the Cinema Gym. If these videos are helping you and you want to see some more, please like, subscribe, comment. Let's keep this thing going.
So for this topic, which is print acting versus modeling, the topic could also be called, what is print acting? Because there's different variations on it. You do it all.
Yeah.
But in addition to all the different avenues of acting that you do, print is a little bit of a mystery to me because when I was an actor, I maybe only did it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about what are the different types of print jobs? And then we can get into, is there anything that a mindset that the actor has to have? Because now you're not dealing with dialogue. That's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. And I think a lot of people can look at print and just think, oh, it's a still, it's a pretty person, or they're laughing, they're smiling, and it's easy. But you're right, you don't have that world that you immerse yourself in when you have a script. So you really have to create it yourself. Like, what is that moment that they're trying to capture?
And it could be a heartwarming, the new mom with the baby. Okay,
Yeah.
come in.
I feel like it can feel less specific. I've been on set, and a lot of the times they just expect you to kind of get
Bring
it
it.
and play around, and they're really waiting for you to do your thing and see if there's a moment that you bring that they can capture. Of course, you know, like, I'm selling Pampers, and so it's going to be about Pampers, but I feel like they really rely on you to create the playfulness. Or if you're selling Pepsi, like, okay, maybe you are going to take a, can I say Pepsi?
Of course you can. Yeah.
It's not sponsored. Maybe you're taking a sip of Pepsi, and, you know, you have to create that world and laugh and the giggles. And
When you're going, so let's go ahead and use that imaginary job.
yeah.
When you're driving to set or the day before, are you thinking about what you're going to do, or are you a person that shows up and you feel comfortable just organically seeing what comes to you at that moment? Or how do you prepare for that?
I feel like now I'm just really experienced. I kind of know what I can do, but I will say I prep, I research what the brand is. I look at their past, you know, if it's a commercial, which I know we haven't talked about yet, but if it's a commercial print, I'm looking at what they've done in the past. You know, what does their campaign look like? Are they smiling in their campaigns, or is it like all serious? I worked with Adidas and they were like absolutely no smiles.
Really?
No smiles. But you work with another brand like North Face and they want you to smile. They want you to be more upbeat. So yeah, definitely researching the brand, what their aesthetic is, what their vibe is, so you can, you know, chameleon yourself into that.
What are some other countries or regions that you have found out your print ad or commercial print ad has landed in? And when you found out, did it connect the dots for how you were being directed or what you were told not to do? Did they tell you ahead of time, hey, this is going to be in the Japanese market,
Yeah.
and we don't want this, we want this?
Yeah. So usually it's always in the United States and then it branches off elsewhere. So recently I did an ad for Genesis Motors, and the clients on set, you know, were a particular demographic and they like it to be a certain way. And then I've shot in Mexico City and they like it a certain way. It's still kind of,
They like what a certain way?
I feel like the vibe is a certain
Okay.
vibe from how I'm presenting myself, also to how they shoot, how they light. Like, it changes.
So as far as different types of print acting, what have we got? We've got, so do they differentiate between this is going to be a magazine print ad?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
There's magazine, there's billboard, there's digital only.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
There's also, what do they call it when it's just for their use?
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it more an in-house?
Yes.
Yeah. Either for educational purposes or motivational purposes or in-house promo kind of thing?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did a Delta campaign and I'm on the little screen in the plane. You
Really?
don't see me anywhere else. It's just in the plane. So I don't know what they call that.
So
Just
the next time
in-plane.
I fly Delta,
Look.
you might be looking at me.
Yeah.
That might get me a free drink.
Hey.
I'll show him
Show him our selfies.
I'll show.
Be like, I know her.
I'll show them one of our coaching sessions for an audition, and they might go, "You know her?" I do.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a drink out of it.
Billboard, I think I mentioned.
Yes. Right.
So they have to specify because that changes the rates. And
Right.
I've had jobs where they don't include like billboard, for example, and then a friend sends me a picture, and I'm like, oh, I didn't get that pay. Hit up my agents, and then they figure it out and get an additional pay.
So it's very important that I'm glad you brought it up. It's very important that you always remember that you can and should stand up for yourself, but you have a representative for a reason.
Yes.
So, right, because as a performer, you don't want to feel uncomfortable to challenge them.
Yes.
And then it changes the whole energy of on set, and then you're the bad guy if you are,
Tip. So
Please.
my commercial agent had me do this years ago, and I still do it to this day. When you get on set, take a picture of your contract, because it hasn't happened to me, but I've heard other actors say, they send a script before you get to set. Looks good. You get on set and it's different. So take a picture before you sign anything, send it to your agent and say, hey, is it okay for me to sign this? Because, not to say that production is trying to be grimy every time, but, there's things that they add and change, and you want to make sure that the paper that you are signing, once they have your ink on it, that it's correct from the rate, the usage, and everything.
Wow, that's a great tip. Wow. Yeah. Is there anything else that you that we haven't covered as far as this?
Do you want to talk about the difference between the print, like commercial print, and modeling print? There is a little nuance. I think most people could probably.
You're educating me right now.
Yeah, if you look at Delta, Delta is a commercial print job. If you look at, let me say, Old Navy, still commercial print.
Commercial print.
Once you start getting to the high fashion and the editorial, the magazines, that's considered what most models would think of as print.
Right. And I've seen you, I can't remember the name of the mag. I remember the last thing that you showed me where you were the cover. And it fell into that category. When I looked at it, I went, oh, she's modeling. Yeah. That's her model, from what you were wearing, the attitude, very different from a commercial print ad where you're maybe having to convey a different relationship and just in a look. Yeah. And it's maybe has a, not that the modeling thing isn't difficult, I know it is. Yeah. But so much, would you agree that so much of when you're doing, let's say, a model print ad, it's as much about the photography, the makeup, the hair. It's almost like they're creating this human statue or work of art. Right? And they're like, okay, don't sweat. Quick.
Don't move.
Go, get it. Right?
Yeah.
That's a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just relying on you to create that moment. You know, I've been on set so many times and it's just rows of clients and they have, you know, their screen that
They're in the
looking
video
at,
village.
and
Yeah.
and it's just you, a light, and a photographer.
We've all, you know, when you've been an actor and you experience video village for the first time, it's a little unnerving that people are watching there's a crowd watching your image, and then there's one or two or maybe three people that are like,
Yeah.
you know, whisper, whisper, whisper. What kind of effect does that have on you? Do you just focus past it? Is it no big deal? Does it unnerve you? You know?
I feel like it comes with the territory. It doesn't really bother me. I will say that the TV video village seems more discreet.
Right?
Where you might not be able to hear them. It's not right there
Right.
where you are. But modeling, you know, if they have a studio,
Right.
they're 5-10 feet away and it's quiet and you're hearing them, which can be beneficial, right? So I do try to listen and I have very good ears to see what they're saying. So, okay, maybe there's something that I'm not giving them that I could hear and I could do it before they have to walk over to me and give me the note. Like, okay, what is it that they're saying? And what are they saying that they're too afraid to tell me directly?
Right.
You know?
Right,
Because they're
right.
going to send somebody over and they're going to sugarcoat it. So it can be pretty beneficial. There's a few times where it's been like, okay.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that. I personally don't like that. So I hope anybody who's watching this, whether you direct Ashley Marie Jones in her next her commercial print ad or a sitcom or whatever,
you can just tell
you
me.
know, I get that they would say, yes, but it's the client, Alex. It's the client. I love this conversation with you. Thank you.
Yes.
You are the best.
Thank you.
All right.
If you're interested in classes, seminars, or private coaching, you can visit the website. Hope to see you in the gym soon.
TheCinemaGym.com for virtual one-on-one coaching for camera.